Hello, everyone. It's 1 o'clock. My name is Jozica Dolenc, and I would like to present you today AccessEngineering platform as a coffee lecture number 38 from the Chemistry, Biology, Pharmacy Information Center. So what is AccessEngineering? AccessEngineering is a platform, as I mentioned, from the publisher McGraw-Hill. And what is really nice about it is that it provides you electronic access to many books, engineering books, and you can search those books. There are videos available which demonstrate solutions to engineering problems. Many Excel spreadsheets are also there with calculator tools for calculations. And the very special part is the data visualization tool for materials properties, which I'm going to present you shortly also today. Now, if you are a lecturer, there's also lots of teaching materials for core engineering courses. And these engineering courses cover many different subjects. It can be chemical, biomedical, materials, environmental, mechanical, industrial engineering, and even more. The platform is not freely available. It's licensed by the ETH library. So in order to use it, you need to be within the ETH network or on VPN. And with that, I will already move to a live demo. So this is how AccessEngineering looks like. I hope you all can see that. You have here a search bar in which you can simply search by a keyword, by author, by subject. You could limit yourself just on video, spreadsheet, case studies, and so on. Now I will search in the whole content, and I use as an example battery performance. So here is already the keyword. Now the books on that are being searched. And what you can see here now are now the results. We have 677 results that all come now from books. So we don't have video, spreadsheet, case studies, and so on this topic. So let me show you one book, for example, that one that is directly to the point, battery performance factors. So if I click on that link, what happens is this chapter on battery performance factors opens. And I can read it here. If I go up, I would see, for example, all the figures that are related to this chapter, all the graphs, tables, and other resources. And you can very quickly come to values if you search for values. And here you have then the whole table of contents. So we are now in battery performance factors because that was my interest. But if I would scroll down, I would get to other chapters from that book. Now, what is also very nice is up here you have the possibility to search within the book. That is something what is always difficult when we have a printed book in our hands. You can have a reading mode without all this commercials left and right, and you can have a PDF mode as well. Now, if I go back, I would like to show you here on the top of every chapter, you get suggestions for related topics. So, you know, if you want to see battery performance in electric vehicle batteries, then it gives you a suggestion for another book or some books on that topic. Now I clicked on that, so we will get to a selection of battery performance factors in vehicles. And then the same story continues. Now, what I would also like to quickly mention, you have filters here on the left-hand side. So if you know you are interested in a specific industry, let's say automotive industry, you can just select that and apply the filter, and then you get books on that topic. So we are now with 212 books, and you can here also filter on subject. So if you're a chemist, I know some chemists are sitting here today. one could filter on chemical engineering, for example. So we are now within automotive industry and chemical engineering. And as you can imagine, there are not so many books that fit those criteria. So we are down to 27 entries, which is still quite nice. So that was searching for a book, for a content with a specific keyword. Now let me go back. One thing you can also do in Access Engineering is browse. So you can just go down here and say, oh, well, let me see which subjects are available. And here I just briefly show you all kinds of engineering that you have available. So if you're interested in chemical engineering, a specific part of chemical engineering, you can just go and tick that. What is really nice is you can actually type some letters on the top. So I know there are some pharmacists sitting here with us today. So let me see if there's something in pharmaceutical engineering. Yes, there is. So you can then see all the things which start with pharm and are available within Access Engineering. A very broad topic is also polymers. So if you're interested in polymer engineering, you also get lots of content on Access Engineering, really a lot, because it's related to materials. So this I can very much recommend. So everyone who's working on polymers or other materials, I think can really benefit from this platform. So let me move down. There are some featured books here. And then on the bottom, you have so-called interactive content. So here you can browse through spreadsheet videos and different solutions and so on. And I would like to present you, as I mentioned in the beginning, the data viz. So what is data viz? It's a way to explore materials properties. And if you click on that, then this little window opens. Use data viz to visually explore materials. And I will now select compare properties across multiple materials. You don't need to log in to use it. You can just continue here. So you just continue. And you can then go here to add visualization. That is a bit funny. Let me try again. Compare properties. Here, that's what I missed before. So when I click on compare properties, actually this choose visualization box should show up. And then you choose a property that you would like to look into. And there are really many properties available. There are many physical properties, mechanical properties, thermal, electrical, magnetic, optical. I will not go into everything. Also, some production costs are available and sustainability. So let me go to thermal properties and have a look into the thermal conductivity of materials. So if I select that, what I get is a plot where I list where thermal conductivity of different types of materials is listed. So I'm currently looking at thermal conductivity of metals, but then I have here polymers, ceramics, composites, and advanced materials. And I can always select here what I want to see. So I could turn off metals and so on. And then I would have a different view. I could zoom in particular parts, or I could say I want just metals in a specific area of thermal conductivity. Now, what is really nice about this application is not so much the plot, but the fact that what you have selected, what you are interested in, is actually available down here in this big table. And you can sort the columns according to the value of conductivity in this case, or according to material. And you can export the whole table with all the values as a CSV file. Now, what is also nice, let me turn that on again, is you can just simply add visualizations. So if you would like now to compare the thermal conductivity, let's say, to a specific heat capacity, you just click on that and you get another plot, and you can then compare things. Now let me put that back, and yeah, and then you see things and you can compare. Now, let me go back to the beginning. I would still like to show you one thing. So with DataVis, as well as with many other projects that are here in Access Engineering, you have this different case studies which you can look at. So for example, here with DataVis, there are really many case studies there or projects, as you can see. And let me show you how this looks like. So this is a project that examines factors that you need to take into account when producing 3D printing filaments. So if I open this project, you can see there were modifications in 2024. And then you see here a little introduction to the project, what one needs to consider about extrusion properties and which properties have been looked at. And then printing properties. Again, one needs to think about thermal expansion coefficients, melting temperatures, and so on. And there's always a discussion about that, and as well application performance, different properties one needs to consider when thinking about printing filaments. So I think that's quite nice also for students in case they need to do this kind of research projects in their labs. With that, I'm going to go back to Access Engineering. So again, that's the landing page. If I go back to my slides, we have a coffee lecture on that topic. So if you like it, you can just scan the QR code and download the coffee lecture for you to remember what I told you today. And with that, I'm finished with my presentation, and I would like to invite you to the next coffee lecture, which will be given by Gina Canerosi tomorrow on Notebook LM, which is now also available at ETH Zurich. It's a very nice AI tool. And Gina will explain you what you can do with Notebook LM and also what you can't do with Notebook LM. So I hope you can all join us tomorrow. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye. Have a nice afternoon.